Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to see previous year gate numericals on dynamics, that is linear motion. Right. All the numericals will be on linear motion, that is straight line motion. Now, let us come for the first question. Here on your screen, you can see the first question. This question was asked in GATE 1998. Now, this was asked in GATE 1998. Now, question is very simple. Let us solve this question. See, the question is, a car moving with uniform acceleration covers 450 meter in 5-second interval and covers 700 meter in next 5-second interval. The acceleration of car is. Now, in question, here somewhere mentioned that displacement is given 450 meter, 700 meter. These are the displacements. Again, times are given, and they are asking what is acceleration. Right now, as next 3 questions will be on the same concepts and same equations. Question different रहेगा, लेकिन concept वही रहेगा. So let us understand first concept for linear motion. Now let us say one object. Let us say one object of mass m is moving in straight line. Means let us say this is the initial position of object. This is the initial position of object, right? And because of some force, let us say this object goes to the final position. This object goes to the final position. Let us say this is a final position, right? Means from initial position to final position, it is moving in straight line. And such straight line motion is called linear motion. And let us say the distance between initial position and final position is displacement s. Now here s is displacement. S is displacement. Let us say in meter, which is nothing but distance between shortest distance between initial position and final position. This is called displacement. Let us say initially the object is moving with some initial velocity u. Here u is initial velocity. U is initial velocity in meter per second. In meter per second, right? And let us say when object reaches the final position, velocity of object is v. At final position, let us say velocity of object is v. Therefore, v is called final velocity. Final velocity of object in meter per second. Now, as object is moving, there will be always acceleration. Now, let us say on this object, the object is moving with some acceleration a, and a is acceleration in meter per second square, and which is nothing but uniform. Which is nothing but uniform. That means uniform means acceleration is constant. Now here I am going to write 3 equations of motion for constant acceleration or uniform acceleration. See, first of all, we can say the velocity v is equal to change in displacement with respect to time. V is equal to ds by dt. Change in displacement with respect to time. This is called velocity. And acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time. Acceleration is change in velocity with respect to time. Right. Now from these 2 equations, if these 2 equations are simplified, right, for constant acceleration, here provided acceleration is constant. This is very important, my dear students. When your acceleration is constant, that is uniform, these equations convert into 3 equations of motion. Now there are 3 equations of linear motion for acceleration to be constant or acceleration to be uniform, right? And these equations from, I think, from 10th standard you are learning these equations. But for GATE as well as any competitive exam in engineering, these equations are always useful. Here also you can see previous year questions. These equations are very much useful. That equations are: number one, displacement is equal to ut plus 1 half at square, right? Where t is a time required to reach from initial to final. Time to reach from initial to final. Initial to final. T is a time to reach from initial to final, right? Now displacement s is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. Here s is a displacement, u is a initial velocity, t is a time required, a is a linear acceleration which is constant, and t is a time, right? Again, second equation is v is equal to u plus at. This is second equation. And third equation is v square is equal to u square plus twice as. These are the three equations of motion. Always remember them. These equations are for constant acceleration, that is uniform acceleration. Now, with the help of these equations, we are going to solve here first 2-3 questions. And then after that, we are going to solve questions on inertia. Now, let us solve the first question. Now, in this question, see, a car moving with uniform acceleration covers 450 meter in 5-second interval. Let us say initially car is at this location. Let us say this is the initial condition. This is initial position, right? At this location. Now this car covers 450 meter. Means let us say this is the position number one. Position number one. Now from initial to position number one, what is displacement? This much distance is, can I say 450 meter? Means here I can say S1 is equal to 450 meter. S1 is equal to 450 meter, right? In 5-second interval, means T1, time 1, to reach from initial to position 1 is required is 5 seconds. Therefore, T1 is equal to 5 seconds, right? Again, and covers 700 meter in the next 5-second interval. Now, after 1, reaching 1, in next 5 seconds, that is 1 to 2. That is 1 to 2. Let us say 2 is the another final position. Now 1 to 2. This distance is given 700 meter, and time required to reach from 1 to 2 is again 5 seconds. Again 5 seconds. Means at 2, can I say S2 displacement is, see my dear students, displacement always we have to consider from the initial position. Initial position is at 0. Here initial position is at this 0 location, right? Where time is t is 0 second, right? Now, and displacement is also 0. Therefore, S2 can I say 450 plus 700. This will be S2, which is nothing but 1150 meter. This is S2 distance. Now, what is T2? Time required. My dear students, from initial, for first 5 seconds, it reached at position 1. And in another 5 seconds at position 2, means 5 plus 5. Total time is 5 plus 5, which is nothing but 10 seconds. Right. This is T2. Right. And question is to find acceleration. You have here 4 options. Out of the 4 options, we have to select the correct choice. Now let us solve this question. Here, I will zoom out the question. Now let's solve this. Now, my dear students, here we have 3 equations of motion. That is S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. Second is v is equal to u plus at. And third, v square is equal to u square plus twice as. These are the 3 equations of motions. Right. Now, in question, displacements are given. Right. Acceleration is not given. Displacements are given and time are given. Right. Velocities are not given. My dear students, velocities are not given. Hence, as velocities are not given, don't use second equation and third equation, because none of the velocity is given. Therefore, use first equation, that is S is equal to ut plus 1 half at square. Right. Now, in this equation, when I write S1 is equal to, see, initial velocity is always u. Initial velocity is always u. At initial location, velocity is u. Right. U t1. If I want to write S1, I will write ut1 plus 1 half a t1 square, because acceleration is constant. Initial velocity is always constant and acceleration is constant. Therefore, this will be the first equation. Now put here, S1 is 450, T1 is 5 seconds. Put here, therefore 450 is equal to U into 5 plus 1 half A into 5 square. Therefore, I will get 450 is equal to 5U plus 5 square means 25. 25 by 2 means 12 point. Here 5 square means 25. 25 divided by 2 is 12.5. 12.5a. This will be your first equation. This will be your first equation. Now again, can I write S2 is equal to UT2 plus 1 half AT2 square. Now put here values. S2 is 1150 and T2 is 10 seconds. Put the values. Therefore, 1150 is equal to U into 10 plus 1 half A into 10 square. Therefore, 1150 is equal to 10U plus, now see, 10 square is 100, 100 divided by 2 is 50, which will become 50A. Right. This will be your second equation, my dear students. This will be your second equation. Now here, you have two equations and two unknowns. Here you have two equations and two unknowns. Now solve for them. For two equation and two unknown, solve this question. Right. Now let us say equation 1 is, now how to solve that you know. How to solve two equation, two unknown problem that you know. Now here these are the two equations I have formed. Now in this equation, let us say if I multiply equation 1 with 2, multiply equation 1 by factor 2. This is factor 2, not equation 2. This is factor 2. Right. Therefore, what will become? 450 into 2 will be 900 is equal to 5U into 2, 10U plus 12.5 into A into 2. It will be 25A. This will be the third equation. Right. Now, see second equation and third equation. I can take equation 2 minus equation 3. Take equation 2 minus equation 3. Therefore, equation 2 is 1150 is equal to 10U plus 50A. And equation 3 is 900 is equal to 10U plus 25A. Subtract them, minus, minus, minus. Right. Therefore, 1150 minus 900. Calculate this, 1150 minus 900. This will become 250. Right. Solve this. Is equal to 10U minus 10U will get cancelled. 50 minus 25. It will be 25A. Right. Therefore, 250 is equal to 25A. 250 is equal to 25A. Therefore, A will be 250 divided by 25, which is nothing but 10 meter per second square. Therefore, here acceleration is 10 meter per second square. Right. Acceleration will be 10 meter per second square. Therefore, can you say option D is the correct choice? Can you say here option D will be the correct choice? See, option D is given 10 meter per second square. Therefore, option D is the correct choice. Hello, Ranjit. Write down quickly. Now, in the same question, they may ask you to find initial velocity also. In the same question, they may ask you to find initial velocity also. Now, this 10 meter per second square, acceleration is equal to 10 meter per second square. Put in equation number 1 or equation number 2. किसी भी एक इक्वेशन में पुट करो ना, इनिशियल वेलोसिटी मिल जाएगी आपको. राइट. Like, let us say, if they ask you to find initial velocity, what will be the U? Question. Right. Then you can say 450 is equal to 5U plus 12.5A. Put the value of A. Therefore, 450 is equal to 5U plus 12.5 into 10. Right. Therefore, 5u becomes 450 minus this is 125, right? Therefore, u will become 450 minus 125 divided by 5. It will be meter per second. Whatever may be the answer, comment me your answer in comment box. Comment me your answer. Whatever may be the answer. This is how you have to find initial velocity, right? Now let us go for next question. Quickly note down this and let us go for next question. Now, next question you must solve. Next question you have to solve. Okay, next question is on your screen. This question was asked in GATE 2005. The question was asked in GATE 2005. Question is the time variation of position of a particle in rectilinear motion is given by x is equal to 2t cube plus t square plus 2t. If v is velocity and a is acceleration of particle in consistent units, the motion started with velocity acceleration, velocity acceleration, velocity acceleration. Means at the start of motion, what is the velocity and what is the acceleration? This we have to find here. At the start of motion, what is the velocity and what is the acceleration? These things we have to find here. See my dear students, ये टॉपिक आप 10th स्टैंडर्ड से पढ़ रहे हो, लेकिन फिर भी गेट में आता है, यूपीएससी में आता है. They are asking questions on this topic in GATE also, in IES also, in many state government competitive exams also. But still, students are not able to solve these questions. Now, that's why we are taking these questions, because this is very frequently asked question. This type of questions are very frequently asked in examination. Right. In 1 minute, you must tell me an answer. Now, I am giving you 1 minute. In 1 minute, tell me your answer. Whatever may be your answer, tell me your answer. Right. Here, see here, displacement equation is given. X is equal to rectilinear motion means, see my dear students, here rectilinear motion means linear motion. Rectilinear means linear only. Right. It is nothing but linear motion. Right. And the equation of displacement is given. That is x is equal to 2t square plus 2t cube plus t square plus 2t. Right. That is x is equal to, x is displacement, 2t cube plus t square plus 2t. Now, if v is a velocity and a is acceleration, v is velocity and a is acceleration. Now, the motion started with, question is to find motion started with velocity is equal to question mark, acceleration is equal to question mark. Right. 30 seconds are over. आपके 30 सेकंड चले गए हैं. नेक्स्ट 30 सेकंड में किसी का तो आंसर आना चाहिए. राइट. आपको मैंने 1 मिनट दिया है क्वेश्चन को सॉल्व करने के लिए. This question was asked in GATE 2005 for 2 marks. Solve this. Now, any answer? If anybody having any doubt in the question, you can ask me in between also. Because now, right now, I am not explaining the concept. Right. I am waiting for your replies. So during this time, you can use your comment box. Comment me if you have any doubt in this question or in previous question. Let us solve them. Let us solve this question. Right. I am solving here. Now, equation of motion is given. Equation of motion is given. X is given. Now see, motion started with. What is the meaning of motion started with? Motion started with means just start of motion. Just start of motion, we can say it is a just start of motion. And at just start of motion, can I say time is equal to 0 second? It is just start, na? Means the motion will start with 0 time always. Therefore, here when time is equal to 0 second, what is velocity and what is acceleration? This is the question. And displacement equation is given. Right. Now, what is the basic relation? what is the basic equations, right? That velocity is nothing but change in displacement with respect to time, ds by dt. Now here s is given as x, linear displacement is represented by x, therefore it is written as dx by dt. V is equal to dx by dt, therefore is equal to d dt of, put the value of x, x is a function of time only, here x is a function of time, therefore differentiate this x with respect to time, that is 2t cube plus t square plus 2t, right? Therefore v is equal to d dt of 2t cube plus t square plus 2t. Now all the differentiation equations you must know. मैथमेटिक्स में तो मैथमेटिक्स भी तो है ना गेट के सिलेबस में, तो आपको डिफरेंशियल इक्वेशन भी आनी चाहिए, सारे मैथमेटिक्स के फॉर्मूला आने चाहिए. नाउ व्हाट इज डी dt और d dx of x to the power n? What is d dx of x to the power n? It is nothing but n into x to the power n minus 1. n into x to the power n minus 1. Similarly, if I do d dt of let us say t to the power 4, it will be 4t square, sorry 4t cube, it will become 4t cube. Similarly differentiate here, therefore v is equal to, now this 2 is constant, right? What is in derivative of t cube? It will be 3t square, it will be 3t square plus, what will be derivative of t square? It will be 2t, it will be 2t plus, what is derivative of 2t? The derivative of 2t will be only 2, it is 2, right? ये बहुत सिंपल फॉर्मूलाज है, बेसिक फॉर्मूलाज है जो कि आने चाहिए आपको, राइट? अगेन therefore velocity equation becomes v is equal to, here 3 into 2 6t cube 6t square sorry plus 2t plus 2. This is your velocity equation, my dear students. This is your velocity equation, right? Now let us derive acceleration equation. Once you derive velocity equation, let us derive acceleration equation, right? Now here I am deriving the acceleration equation from this velocity equation. Now I am putting here, I am writing here velocity equation that you got. Velocity equation is equal to v is equal to 6t square plus 2t plus 2. This is your velocity equation. Now what is acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time. Acceleration is nothing but dv by dt, change in velocity with respect to time. Therefore acceleration is equal to change in velocity with respect to time, which is nothing but d dt of, put the equation of velocity, that is 6t square plus 2t plus 2, right? Therefore acceleration will be equal to, here this 6 is constant, t square, what is the derivative of t square? That is 2t, therefore 6 into 2t plus, for 2t there will be 2, differentiation 2, and derivative of constant, that is derivative of 2 is 0 plus 0, right? Therefore acceleration is equal to 12t plus 2. This is your acceleration equation, right? So my dear students, we have derived velocity equation and acceleration equation, that is velocity is equal to 6t square plus 2t plus 2 and acceleration is equal to 12t plus 2. Now motion started with means when time is equal to 0 second, what is velocity and acceleration? Motion started with means at time is equal to 0 second, what is velocity and acceleration? Therefore put this time is equal to 0 second in velocity and acceleration equation. Therefore velocity will become 6 into 0 square plus 2 into 0 plus 2, which is nothing but velocity is equal to 2 meter per second. The unit of velocity is meter per second. Now acceleration is equal to 12t plus 2, put t equal to 0, therefore a is equal to 12 into 0 plus 2, which is nothing but acceleration is equal to 2 meter per second square. The unit of acceleration is meter per second square. Therefore motion started with velocity equal to 2 meter per second, acceleration is equal to 2 meter per second square. Therefore can you say here option D is correct choice? In this question option D will be correct choice, right? Velocity is equal to 2 meter per second, acceleration is equal to 2 meter per second square. Note down this quickly. Note down this quickly. Now, my dear students, my expectation is to the question must be solved from your side. You must try the questions. पहले ट्राई करो, गलती होगी बहुत अच्छा है, तो तभी तो आपको पता चलेगा ना गलती कहाँ की है आपने. तो चलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन के लिए. Let us go for next question. The next question is on your screen. This question was asked in GATE 2015, again for 2 marks. GATE 2015 for 2 marks. Now the question is, now I am expecting to this question must be solved from your side. किसी का तो कमेंट बॉक्स में आंसर आना चाहिए. The question is, the initial velocity of an object is 40 meter per second. Here initial velocity is given, that is u. Initial velocity, that is u, is equal to 40 meter per second, right? The acceleration a of an object is given by the following expression. Now here acceleration is given minus 0.1 v. Here acceleration is equal to minus 0.1 into v, means acceleration is a function of velocity. V is a velocity here written, where v is the instantaneous velocity of an object. The velocity of object after 3 seconds will be. Now question is, after 3 seconds, that is time is equal to 3 seconds, time is equal to 3 seconds, what is velocity of object? After time is equal to 3 seconds, what is velocity of object? This is your question, right? Now try this question. One of the best question. बहुत अच्छी क्वालिटी का क्वेश्चन है. आपको 1 मिनट दे रहा हूं मैं. 1 मिनट में होना चाहिए सॉल्व, क्योंकि from 10th standard, in 10th standard, in 11th standard, in 12th standard, as well as during your graduation, you learn these things. And फिर से गेट में आ रहा है, फिर से यूपीएससी में पूछ रहा है यही क्वेश्चन, फिर से पीएसयूज में सेम क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हो, फिर से in all state government competitive exams they are asking the similar pattern of question, and still students are doing mistakes, right? तो ये नहीं करना है, ट्राई करना है आपको, क्वेश्चन को आपको ट्राई करना है. नाउ देखो स्टूडेंट, आप ईकीड़ा का कोर्स कोई भी परचेस करते हो और आप मेरा सब्सक्रिप्शन कोड यूज करते हो, दैट इज WADNE10. दिस इज माय सब्सक्रिप्शन कोड. नाउ इफ यू यूज दिस सब्सक्रिप्शन कोड फॉर एनी कोर्स इन ईकीड़ा, you will get 10% discount. You will get 10% discount for your course, right? So while purchasing course, definitely use this code. 10% तो बच रहा है ना, तो खुशी मनाओ. चलो क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करो. Now let us go for the solution. Let us go for the solution. Now see, here in this question, initial velocity is given. Initial velocity is at, initial velocity means initially time t1 is equal to 0 second. Initial velocity is nothing but initially time t1 is equal to 0 seconds, we can say, right? Therefore, and question is to find final velocity when time t2 is equal to 3 seconds. When time becomes t2 is equal to 3 seconds, what is final velocity? This is the question, and acceleration equation is given, which is a function of velocity. Acceleration is a function of velocity. Now here, can I say acceleration is equal to, what is the equation, basic equation of acceleration? A equal to change in velocity with respect to time. This is very basic equation of acceleration. Acceleration is equal to dv by dt, change in velocity with respect to time, right? Now here velocity, acceleration is a function of velocity, so put here, instead of acceleration, put here the function of velocity. Therefore, can I say instead of acceleration minus 0.1 v is equal to dv by dt, is equal to dv by dt, right? तो दोस्तों देखो, इस क्वेश्चन में आपको ज्यादा मैथमेटिक्स ही करना है. इस क्वेश्चन, ये क्वेश्चन आप मैथमेटिक्स का भी बोल सकते हो, लेकिन है मैकेनिक्स का, because it is related to acceleration, velocity and displacement, right? Now in this question, separate the variables. Therefore, can I say minus 0.1 dt is equal to dv by v. is equal to dv by b, right? This is also this is how we can write here, right? Now again, this is a differential equation. This is a very small differential equation, and to get final result or total result, we have to integrate this equation. Now we have to integrate this equation to get final result or total result. Now let us do the integration. So let us do the integration, right? Now let us go for the solution. Therefore, your differential equation is minus 0.1 dt is equal to dv by b. Now integrate both sides, putting the limits. Integrate both sides, putting the limits. Now minus 0.1 dt integration. Now here with respect to dt means time. Therefore, time changes from t1 to t2. Time changes from t1 to t2 is equal to integration dv by b. And here the integration is with respect to dv, and velocity changes from initial u to final v. Therefore, here u to v, right? This will be the variation of velocity. Now, here minus 1 is constant. Therefore, it will come out of integration minus 0.1 is constant. Now, what is integration of 1 with respect to t dt is t, right? Integration of 1 is with respect to t is t. Therefore, it will come t, and limit changes from t1 to t2. Limit changes from t1 to t2 is equal to. Now, what is integration of 1 upon v with respect to dv? It is ln of v. Integration of 1 upon v with respect to dv will be ln of v. Therefore, here it is ln of v, and v changes from initial to final, u to v, right? This will be the limits. Now, put the limits in this equation. If I put the limits, therefore put the limits, that is minus 0.1 t2 minus t1. How we can write this? Limits put करना है मतलब final minus initial करना होता है ना. Final minus initial is equal to ln of final is v minus ln of initial is u, right? Now again, therefore minus 0.1 t2 minus t1 is equal to, now see what is the log property, ln of a minus ln of b. Ln of a minus ln of b is nothing but ln of a by b. Ln of a minus ln of b is nothing but ln of a by b. This is a log property, right? Log property. Therefore here we can say ln of v minus ln of u is nothing but ln of v by u. Ln of v by u. Now put the values. Therefore, minus 0.1 into t2 is 3 minus t1 is 0 is equal to ln of v need to be calculated. Initial velocity is 40. Initial velocity is 40. Right. Now let us solve. This question. Now the equation you will get minus 0.1 into 3 is equal to ln of v by u. V by 40. U is 40. Right. Therefore, can I say minus 0.3 is equal to ln of v by u, v by 40. Now, how to remove ln? If I want to remove ln, then here exponential function will come. Therefore, can I say e to the power minus 0.3 is equal to v by 40. This is how ln function is, logarithmic function is removed. Therefore, we can say velocity is equal to 40 e to the power minus 0.3. Now you have calculator, put all the values in your calculator and find this answer. अब calculator में values put करके इसका answer निकालो. Therefore you will get velocity equal to, comment the velocity answer. Calculator तो है ना सबके पास? Velocity का answer बताओ मुझे. What will be your answer? The velocity will be equal to 29.63 meter per second. This will be your answer, right? And for this answer you will get correct 2 marks. You will get 2 marks for this answer. If you write any answer, if you type any other answer than this, you will get 0 marks because it is fill in the blank question. And fill in the blank question के लिए नेगेटिव मार्किंग नहीं होता. जहां पे 4 ऑप्शन दे रखे होते हैं वहां पे नेगेटिव मार्किंग होता है सिर्फ, राइट? ओके, आई होप आपको समझ में आ रहा है. इफ एनी डाउट, अगर कुछ भी समझ में नहीं आ रहा है तो मुझे इमीडिएट डाउट आपका पूछो, इमीडिएट टेल मी योर डाउट्स, कमेंट मी योर डाउट्स इमीडिएट, राइट? इफ नो डाउट वी विल गो अहेड। चलो चलते हैं नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन की तरफ। Next question is on your screen. This question was on screen GATE 2017, again for 2 marks. And again it is a fill in the blank question. Means this question will be having no negative marking. No negative marking, right? And as it is having no negative marking, if you type here correct answer, then you will get 2 marks. And if your answer is incorrect, you will get 0 marks. Right? For correct answer, you will get 2 marks. For incorrect answer, you will get 0 marks. This question was asked in GATE 2017. Right? Now let us solve this question. See, question is the है ना सभी मेरे साथ? Okay. The following figure shows a velocity time plot for a particle traveling along a straight line. Straight line. Here somewhere in question it is mentioned that traveling along a straight line means linear motion. Straight line means it is a linear motion. Again come to the question. The distance covered by the particle from t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 5 seconds is in meter. Now here distance we have to calculate from time equal to 0 to 5 seconds. From time 0 to 5 seconds, we have to calculate distance covered by the particle, that is displacement of particle. This is the question, right? Now note down this quickly. Now let us solve this question. Concentrate here. My dear students, here velocity versus time curve is given. See, on x-axis there is a time, on y-axis there is a velocity. On y-axis velocity, on x-axis time, and graph is given. This is a graph given. All the values are given. Time is in second, velocity is in meter per second. Right. Now, what is the equation of motion? What is the first equation of motion for velocity? Can I say v is equal to ds by dt? V is equal to ds by dt. Right. Therefore, separate the variables. Therefore, can I write v dt is equal to ds? Therefore, very small displacement ds is equal to v into very small change in time dt. Very small displacement ds is equal to v into very small time dt. Now, if I want to find total displacement, I have to integrate. हमारे पास integration method होता है. If I want to find total displacement, I have to integrate. Therefore, integration of ds is equal to integration of v dt. Right. Now, therefore, total displacement is equal to integration of v dt. This is again very important relation. Total displacement is equal to integration of v dt. Again, very important relation. Now, my dear students, you have one concept. Let us say आपके पास एक y-axis है. You have y-axis and you have one x-axis. Let us say one y-axis and one x-axis. And you have given one curve. Let us say this is any curve. Any curve. And my target is to find area under this curve. Here, my target is to find area under this curve. This will be your area under curve. This area need to be calculated. This area under the curve, which is nothing but given by A. Now, area under curve is given by A is equal to integration of y dx. Area under curve is nothing but integration of y dx. This is a method to find area under the curve. Now, in the question, on y-axis velocity is given, on x-axis time is given. On y-axis velocity is given, on x-axis time is given, and some curve is given. Now, if I want to find area under the curve, can I say integration of y dx, which is nothing but integration of y coordinate is velocity, x coordinate is time, therefore integration of v dt. It will be integration of v dt, and just we have seen which is nothing but displacement. Just now we have seen it is nothing but displacement. Yes. Therefore, we can say a very important statement. इस न्यूमेरिकल के बाद 4 स्टेटमेंट देने वाला हूं मैं आपको. चारों की चारों बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. Very, very important statements. Right. Therefore, we can say area under velocity time curve is displacement. This is your first statement. अब इस स्टेटमेंट के हिसाब से हम क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करेंगे, एंड आफ्टर सॉल्विंग दिस क्वेश्चन आई विल गिव यू 4 स्टेटमेंट्स इन दिस टॉपिक which are very much important for any competitive examination, right? Therefore, one conclusion we got that area under the velocity time curve is displacement. So come to the question. Now here they are asking displacement, which is but displacement is nothing but integration v dt is nothing but area under velocity time curve, area under the curve. So हमें सिर्फ एरिया देखना है. अब एरिया अंडर द कर्व निकालना सिंपल है, यहाँ पे सिंपल कैलकुलेशन है, सिंपल मैथमेटिक्स. So let us solve this question. Right now I am erasing this everything. जो जो लिखा है उसको इरेज कर देता हूं. थोड़ा सा जूम करेंगे. एरिया निकालना है, अब इसका कर्व का एरिया निकालना है. अब आपको देखना है, see displacement is nothing but integration of v dt, right? And they are asking from time t is equal to 0 second to t equal to 5 second. That means t1 is equal to 0 second and t2 is equal to 5 second. तो दोस्तों आपको टाइम इज इक्वल टू 5 सेकंड तक ही लेना है, राइट? 0 से लेकर 5 तक मींस फ्रॉम 0 सेकंड हियर देयर इज 0 टू 5, इतना ही लेना है. 6 तक मत चले जाओ. यहाँ पे आपको ग्राफ 6 सेकंड तक दे रखा है, बट दे आर आस्किंग फ्रॉम 0 टू 5. तो 0 टू 5 के बीच का एरिया अंडर द कर्व लेना है आपको. सो यहाँ पे जो एरियाज है देखते, जरा एरिया को देखते हैं हम, राइट? देयरफॉर एस इज इक्वल टू एरिया अंडर द कर्व. एरिया देखते हैं हम कौन से एरिया आएंगे. कैन आई से हियर 1 सेकंड तक एक एरिया आएगा आपका, यहाँ तक दिस मच वन एरिया, राइट? लेट अस से दिस इज द फर्स्ट एरिया, दिस इज द फर्स्ट एरिया. आफ्टर दैट 1 to 2 सेकंड और एक एरिया आएगा. This is second area A2. This second area A2. After that 2 to 3 सेकंड पे आएगा एक एरिया. 2 to 3 देखो, 2 to 3 तक ये वाला एरिया, this area. Let us say this is A3. Let us say this is A3. After that 2 to 3 में और एक एरिया है ट्रायंगल का. Let us say this area. This area is A4. Let us say A4. After that 4 to 5 के बीच में 3 to 5 के बीच में there is one triangle, this area which is nothing but A5, and finally there will be another one more area, this area which is nothing but A6. These 6 areas you have to calculate, my dear students, and it is very simple. All are triangles and rectangles only. 6 सेकंड तक मत जाना, उन्होंने 5 सेकंड तक ही पूछा है. Therefore can I say displacement is equal to A1 plus A2 plus A3 plus A4 plus A5 plus A6, all these 6 areas. Now let us find them. Let us find all these areas. Therefore S is equal to, now A1, it is a triangle for area A1. Here it is a triangle. Let us say this is A1, area 1. It is a triangle. For triangle, height into base, 1/2 height into base. Height is 1, and base is 1. Therefore it is 1/2 into 1 into 1. This is first area A1 plus A2. See, for A2 it is rectangle. For rectangle, base into height. Base is 2 minus 1 into height is 1, which is nothing but 2 minus 1 into 1 plus A3. We have to find A3. Now A3 is nothing but, see, again base into height, it is a rectangle. A3 is a rectangle. Therefore base into height, base is 3 minus 2, height is again 1. Here base is 3 minus 2 into 1 plus A4. See, for A4 it is a triangle of base 3 minus 2 and height 4 minus 1. Height is 4 minus 1, right? Therefore for triangle area is 1/2. For triangle area is 1/2. Base is 3 minus 2. Height is 4 minus 1. Now A5, for A5 it is again triangle. For triangle, base is 5 minus 3 and height is 4 minus 2. Therefore, A5 is 1 half. It is triangle, na? 1 half 5 minus 3 into 4 minus 2 plus A6. Now, A6 is a simply rectangle for which base is 5 minus 3. The height is 2 minus 0, that is 2. Therefore, area will be 5 minus 3 into 2. Now, calculate this area. Therefore, S is equal to, here it will be 0.5 plus 2 into 1, 1 plus 1 into 1, 1 plus 1, 1 into 3, 3 into 1 by 2, that is 1.5 plus here 2 into 2, 4 divided by 2, 2 plus 2 into 2, 4. Right. Therefore, S is equal to, solve this, add all them. Right. 1.5, 2.5, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. Can I say this is 10? Answer is 10. 10 meter. Therefore, for this question, your answer will be 10 meter. Here you have to type 10 meter for getting full marks. In fill in the blanks, you have to type 10 meter for getting full marks. क्योंकि 5 सेकंड तक ही पूछा था ना, तो वहां तक का ही एरिया निकालना है. वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन, वेरी सिंपल क्वेश्चन. किसी को डाउट नहीं है ना? If anybody having doubt, you can ask me. Now we are going to see some standard results of these equations, जो कि कॉम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू बहुत ही ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है. देखते हैं स्टैंडर्ड रिजल्ट्स को. देखो दोस्तों, फर्स्ट रिजल्ट इज, फर्स्ट इक्वेशन इज, कैन आई से वेलोसिटी इज इक्वल टू ds by dt. Velocity is equal to change in displacement with respect to time. Now if I draw displacement on y-axis and time on x-axis, if I draw displacement on y-axis and time on x-axis, now what is dy by dx? Change in y coordinate divided by change in x coordinate. It is slope of xy curve. Change in y coordinate divided by change in x coordinate. Dy by dx is slope of xy curve. Similarly, can I say ds by dt here? Can I say hello Ayush? Hello Ayush Kumar. Okay. Hello. Okay. Can I say here ds by dt is nothing but change in y coordinate divided by change in x coordinate, which is nothing but slope of displacement versus time curve. Means ds by dt is slope of displacement versus time curve, which is nothing but velocity. Which is nothing but velocity. Very interesting, right? Therefore, first point is slope of displacement versus time curve is velocity. This is a very important result. This is the first result, right? Now second result. Now again, v is equal to ds by dt. Therefore, separate the variables. Can I write ds is equal to v dt? ds is equal to v dt. Now this ds is very short, very small displacement. If I integrate both sides, I will get total displacement. So integrate both sides. Therefore, if I integrate both sides, I will get total integration, total displacement. Therefore, s is equal to integration v dt. S is equal to integration v dt. Now, if I draw velocity on y-axis and time on x-axis, if I draw velocity on y-axis and time on x-axis, now if I see area under the curve, let us say this is the area under any curve. For any curve, there is an area under the curve, right? Now, area under curve for xy axis is integration y dx. This is mathematics. Area under curve is nothing but integration y dx. Now here, can I say, therefore area under curve is equal to y coordinate is velocity, x coordinate is time, integration v dt, and integration v dt is nothing but displacement. Therefore, second very important result is that area under velocity time curve is displacement. Right? Very important result. Hello Kiran. Okay, first statement is slope of displacement time curve is velocity. Second statement is area under velocity time curve is displacement. नाउ थर्ड स्टेटमेंट, एक्सेलरेशन क्या था? What is acceleration? Acceleration is nothing but dv by dt. Acceleration is nothing but change in velocity with respect to time, right? If I draw velocity on x axis, y axis and time on x axis, now what is slope? Slope is nothing but change in y coordinate divided by change in x coordinate. Now here y coordinate is velocity, x coordinate is time, therefore dv by dt, which is nothing but slope of velocity versus time curve, and which is nothing but acceleration, which is nothing but acceleration. Therefore the third statement will be slope of velocity versus time curve is acceleration. The slope of velocity versus time curve is acceleration. एरिया क्या था? इस कर्व का एरिया velocity versus time curve का एरिया डिस्प्लेसमेंट था, लेकिन स्लोप एक्सेलरेशन होता है, but slope is acceleration. Now fourth statement, again can I write acceleration is equal to dv by dt? From this can I write dv, change in velocity, is equal to a dt? Now if I integrate both side, I will get total velocity. अगर दोनों साइड इंटीग्रेट किया, I will get total velocity. Therefore v is equal to integration a dt. V is equal to integration a dt, right? Therefore if I draw acceleration versus time curve, if I draw acceleration versus time curve, right, then for this curve, what is area under curve? For any curve, area is integration of y dx, which is nothing but integration of y coordinate is acceleration, x coordinate is time, integration a dt, which is nothing but integration a dt is velocity. Therefore fourth statement we can say area under acceleration versus time curve is velocity, right? These are very important four statements. अब इन्हीं स्टेटमेंट के हिसाब से कोई भी क्वेश्चन आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो. नाउ यू कैन सॉल्व एनी क्वेश्चन व्हिच वाज आस्क्ड ऑन ग्राफ्स. तो यहाँ पे था डिस्प्लेसमेंट पूछा था, इस क्वेश्चन में डिस्प्लेसमेंट पूछा था. डिस्प्लेसमेंट इज अ एरिया ऑफ वेलोसिटी वर्सेस टाइम कर्व. डिस्प्लेसमेंट हमें मालूम है, एरिया ऑफ वेलोसिटी वर्सेस टाइम कर्व, तो निकाला हमने, वही किया, राइट? तो इन चार स्टेटमेंट को हमेशा याद रखो. ऑलवेज रिमेंबर दीज फोर स्टेटमेंट्स, वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेटमेंट्स, राइट? नाउ लेट अस गो फॉर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. Now this question was asked in GATE 2016 for 2 marks, right? Again this is another variety of question. अब ये दूसरी वैरायटी है क्वेश्चन की. किसी को कोई डाउट? ओके, लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड. इसमें थोड़ा कंसेप्ट समझना है आपको. एक कंसेप्ट ऐड होगा इसमें, दैट कंसेप्ट वी मस्ट अंडरस्टैंड, राइट? नाउ बिफोर स्टार्टिंग दिस क्वेश्चन, सी, on any subscription of Ekeeda, if you use promo code, that is WADNE 10, if you use this promo code, this is my promo code, you will get 10% discount on Ekeeda subscription. तो hurry up guys, 10% बचा लो. You are engineers, और इंजीनियर हमेशा 1% भी होगा ना तो भी सेव करता है, राइट? ये तो 10% मिल रहा है आपको, जल्दी से जल्दी इसको सेव करो, आपके 10% सेव करना. चलो चलते हैं क्वेश्चन की सॉल्यूशन की तरफ. अब कंसेप्ट देखो क्या है. लेट अस से मेरे पास एक रफ सरफेस है. लेट अस से मेरे पास एक रफ सरफेस है. दिस इज अ रफ सरफेस having coefficient of friction mu, right? And on this surface, let us say mass is kept. This is a mass m is kept. Now always weight always acts in vertical downward direction, which is nothing but weight is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity, mg. Weight is nothing but mass into acceleration due to gravity, right? And there will be a normal reaction to the surface. The surface will offer normal reaction. हमेशा surface normal reaction देगा ना. That we have seen in previous lectures. हमने पहले के lectures में देखा है ये दोस्तों. Now let us say on this component, if I apply force P towards right, and let us say it is a dynamic condition, force P is applied. Therefore, this friction, the component will try to move towards right. Therefore, motion होगा तो right side में ही होगा. This will be the direction of motion because of applied force P. P is your applied force, right? Applied force. Therefore, motion will be towards right. And opposite to this motion, there will be a friction force. सरफेस फ्रिक्शन फोर्स देता है कि नहीं हमेशा, हमने देखा था फ्रिक्शन टॉपिक में, दैट इज फ्रिक्शन फोर्स इज इक्वल टू म्यू एन, that is friction force is equal to mu n, right? Now here applied force is more than friction force. Here in this case applied force is more than friction force, right? Now can I say because of this difference, that is P minus mu n, which is nothing but a net force acting on the object, P minus mu n, which is nothing but net force acting on the object, and this force is responsible for motion. This force is responsible for motion. अब इसके डिटेल में नहीं जा रहा हूं मैं, बिकॉज इन फ्रिक्शन टॉपिक वी हैव सीन दिस. फ्रिक्शन के हमने बहुत सारे न्यूमेरिकल सॉल्व किए हैं. आई थिंक आई हैव टेकन 3 लेक्चर्स ऑन फ्रिक्शन, तो वहां पे आपको ये मिल जाएगा, राइट? लाइव में भी मिलेगा, थ्योरी लेक्चर में भी मिलेगा ये, राइट? ये ईएफ नेट रिस्पॉन्सिबल है मोशन के लिए, ना कि अप्लाइड फोर्स, बिकॉज फ्रिक्शन भी रेजिस्टेंस देगा ना, देयर इज अ रेजिस्टेंस ऑफ फ्रिक्शन फोर्स आल्सो. देयरफॉर कैन आई summarize it as, let us say on this component of mass m, weight is always acting in vertically downward direction, which is nothing but mg. There is a net unbalanced force F net, which is called net unbalanced force acting on the component, and this force is responsible for motion. This force is responsible for motion in the direction of force. हमेशा motion होगा force की direction में, right? Therefore as per Newton's second law, न्यूटन भाई साहब ने सेकंड लॉ देखे गए, एज पर न्यूटन सेकंड लॉ, दिस नेट अनबैलेंस फोर्स इज इक्वल टू मास इनटू एक्सेलरेशन, एंड द डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स एंड डायरेक्शन ऑफ एक्सेलरेशन इज ऑलवेज सेम, राइट? मींस जिस डायरेक्शन में फोर्स होगा उसी डायरेक्शन में एक्सेलरेशन भी होगा, because both force and acceleration are vector quantity, therefore we need to represent direction also. That is net unbalanced force is equal to mass into acceleration, right? Now this is called real force. This is called real force, which is responsible for motion. This real force is responsible for motion, right? Now let us understand the concept of pseudo force or imaginary force. Let us understand the concept of pseudo force or imaginary force. तो देखते हैं pseudo force क्या होता है, imaginary force क्या होता है. Let us say now, अब ये ऑब्जेक्ट जो है मास m, this is moving towards right, F, because of this F net, it is moving towards right. This is a motion with some acceleration a, right? Now किसके रिस्पेक्ट में है? Now let us say you are standing here outside and you are looking at the mass. आप खड़े हो, you are at rest and you look at the mass, then you will find that the motion of mass will be towards right, and it is real thing ना. यही तो एक्चुअल में हो रहा है ना, यही तो रियलिटी है. आप खड़े हो एक जगह पे और आप देख रहे हो, you are looking that mass is going towards right, and this is reality. This is reality, right? Now let us understand the same motion अभी भी ये वही है, my dear students, motion अभी भी वही है. This is motion is towards right, actual motion of mass is towards right, motion of mass, we can say motion of mass. Now here there is one tree, let us say there is one tree, this is a tree which is at rest. ये तो motion नहीं करेगा ना, which is at rest. Now आप क्या कर गए, मास के ऊपर जाके बैठ गए. Now आप मास के ऊपर जाके बैठ गए. Now you are sitting on the mass. Now can you say that अगर आपने मास के ऊपर जाके बैठ के देखा तो आपको क्या लगेगा? Tree is going back, motion of tree. आपको क्या लगेगा? Tree is moving towards left. लेकिन रियलिटी में ये हो रहा है क्या? रियलिटी में ऐसे नहीं होता ना. आप let us say you are sitting in the car and car is running, car is going towards right, car is moving towards right, and आपने विंडो से बाहर देखा, then you will find that road is moving towards left. आपको लगेगा रोड पीछे जा रहा है, आपको लगेगा ट्री पीछे जा रही है, बट रियलिटी में कार आगे जा रही है, राइट? मींस द मोशन ऑफ दिस कार, which is nothing but you will think the motion of this tree will be with mass into acceleration towards left, which is nothing but pseudo force or imaginary force. This is called pseudo force, or imaginary force, or inertia force, also called inertia force, right, which is opposite to the motion. प्लेन ऑफ रेफरेंस, जिस प्लेन आप मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट पे जाके बैठे तो आपको लगेगा मूविंग ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट पे है, बाकी दुनिया मोशन कर रही है, ये आपको लगेगा, राइट। तो आप उसको समझते हैं। लेट अस अंडरस्टैंड ऑल दीज थिंग्स, क्योंकि अभी इसी पे क्वेश्चन आने वाला है, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, राइट। लेट अस से देयर इज वन ऑब्जेक्ट of mass m which is moving to, motion is towards right, this is motion towards right with acceleration a, right. Reality is it is moving towards right, therefore the pseudo force or inertia force will act towards left. F is equal to mass into acceleration, it will act towards left, and it is called pseudo force or imaginary force or inertia force, right. This is D'Alembert's force also, right. This is D'Alembert's force also. Now towards right we have applied F net, towards left again if I apply the same magnitude of force then object will come to the rest. मतलब आप ऑब्जेक्ट के ऊपर जाके बैठ गए तो आपके लिए तो ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट पे है कि नहीं। आप अगर बस के अंदर बैठ गए तो बस एंड आपके बीच में रिलेटिव मोशन क्या है, कुछ भी नहीं है। लेट अस से यू आर सिटिंग इन द ट्रेन, व्हाट इज द रिलेटिव मोशन बिटवीन यू एंड ट्रेन? जीरो। आपके रिस्पेक्ट में तो ट्रेन मोशन नहीं करेगी ना, आप और ट्रेन एक ही जगह पे हो, जीरो, राइट। तो रेस्ट में आ गया, मतलब वी कैन से समेशन ऑफ फोर्सेस इन एक्स डायरेक्शन इज इक्वल टू जीरो, दैट इज एफ नेट minus mass into acceleration is equal to zero. This is called D'Alembert's principle. This is called D'Alembert's principle, right? न्यूटन का फोर्स अलग था, D'Alembert का फोर्स अलग है, राइट। D'Alembert का फोर्स न्यूटन के फोर्स के अपोजिट होता है। एज पर न्यूटन्स फोर्स ऑब्जेक्ट इज मूविंग टुवर्ड्स इन द डायरेक्शन ऑफ फोर्स, and this is the inertia force. Therefore inertia force is always in the direction opposite to the motion, and if I apply this inertia force on the object will come to the rest, and we can use equilibrium equations. Right. Now with this concept, pseudo force concept, let us solve this question. 2-mark question. The question is an inextensible massless string goes over a frictionless pulley, two weights of 100, देखो यहाँ पे frictionless pulley, they are saying that the pulley is frictionless pulley. अब देखो जब पुली में फ्रिक्शन आएगा तो कंडीशन अलग होगी, दैट वी विल सी इन डायनेमिक्स, नेक्स्ट टॉपिक, किसी अदर टॉपिक में देखेंगे जब फ्रिक्शन होगा तब, राइट। एज ऑफ नाउ यहाँ पे फ्रिक्शनलेस लेना है हमें, frictionless pulley, two weights 100 Newton and 200 Newton. देखो this is a string, here it is a string, this string is connecting two weights 100 Newton and 200 Newton, right. The weights are released from the rest. पहले तो रुके थे दोनों, यहाँ पे मैंने ऐसे लगा के छोड़ दिया, like this assembly बना के छोड़ दिया इसको, released from the rest and starts moving due to gravity. The tension in the string in Newton is. Now for this motion, what is tension in Newton in the string, right? यहाँ पे 100 न्यूटन दे रखा है, यहाँ पे 200 न्यूटन दे रखा है। Now पहले तो मुझे एक बताओ, let us say एक छोटा सा कंसेप्ट देखो, एक पुली है आपके पास, let us say this is a pulley, and इस पुली के ऊपर से स्ट्रिंग वाउंड करके लिया, let us say this is a string, and on one side there is very weak person. Let us say इसका कुछ तो मास 10 kg, इसका कुछ तो मास let us say 40 kg है, पर्सन है ना, बच्चा नहीं है, 40 kg weak person, and on another side very fat person, ये बहुत फैट है, राइट, बहुत ही फैट पर्सन है, राइट, दिस इज वेरी फैट पर्सन. नाउ हैविंग मास इज इक्वल टू 200 kg. तो इस स्ट्रिंग को दोनों ने पकड़ के इस स्ट्रिंग को पुल किया, दोनों ने पकड़ के इस स्ट्रिंग को नीचे नीचे पुल किया अपने अपने डायरेक्शन में. तो कैन यू इमेजिन दैट बिकॉज ऑफ सेल्फ वेट डेफिनेटली दिस स्ट्रॉन्ग पर्सन विल पुल दिस डाउनवर्ड एंड वीक पर्सन विल गो अप. जिसका मास कम है ऊपर चला जाएगा, जिसका मास ज्यादा है वो नीचे चला आएगा. डेफिनेटली राइट। देयरफॉर हियर जहां पे वेट ज्यादा होगा उस डायरेक्शन में मोशन होगा कि नहीं, जिसका वेट ज्यादा होगा उसका मोशन डाउनवर्ड होगा। तो यहाँ पे अंडरस्टैंड करो, अंडरस्टैंड दिस इज 200 न्यूटन and this is 100 newton, 200 is more than 100, तो क्या होगा नेट मोशन, 200 will go downward, 200 will go downward and 100 will go upward. This will be the motion or not, 200 newton will go downward and 100 newton will go upward. This is reality, this will be the motion and this is a reality motion, realistic motion, right? now let us solve. नाउ अब इसको फिर से छोटा कर रहा हूं, हमने डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन तो आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया, जैसे कि डायरेक्शन ऑफ मोशन आइडेंटिफाई कर लिया तो इसको छोटा कर रहा हूं अभी, राइट। तो एक पुली है, आपके पास एक पुली है, दिस इज योर पुली, ऑन दिस देयर इज अ स्ट्रिंग, दिस इज 100 न्यूटन, ये 100 न्यूटन लोड होगा यहाँ पे, and this side there is a 200 newton. The 200 newton because of more mass will definitely move towards downward and 100 newton will move upward. This is reality, right? Now let us draw the free body diagram of 100 newton and 200 newton. Tension तो हमेशा दूर जाने वाला दिखाते हैं हम, always tension is away from the system. Let us say a BD of 100 newton. Let us say a BD of 100 newton. This is 100 newton. Now 100 newton, the load will definitely act in vertically downward direction. Self weight W1 is equal to 100 newton will definitely act in vertically downward direction, right? And weight is nothing but mg or not? It is nothing but m1g. Therefore m1, I can say m1 is equal to 100 divided by g. This is the mass of 100 newton, right? And motion is upward, right? There is a string connected to this mass, therefore in string there will be a tension T which will go away from the system. टेंशन आएगा ना स्ट्रिंग में जो दूर जाने वाला होगा, राइट? एंड एज मोशन इज अपवर्ड, opposite to this real motion there will be inertia force, imaginary force opposite to the motion, which will be nothing but this will be pseudo force, which will be m, that is m1 into a, which is nothing but m1 into a, which is nothing but m1 is 100 divided by g into acceleration a, right? This will be the inertia force, right? तो इसकी तो फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम निकल गई. This is the free body diagram of first, that is 100 newton. Let us draw the free body, this is the first. Draw the free body diagram of 200 newton. Now the weight of 200 newton will definitely act in vertically downward direction and its motion is downward. मोशन तो इसका डाउनवर्ड है ना, the motion is downward, right? Now tension तो हमेशा दूर जाने वाला दिखाते हैं हम, always tension is away from the system, therefore tension इससे दूर जाने, टेंशन तो आपको दूर जाने वाला दिखाना है, and opposite to motion there will be inertia. तो इसका inertia क्या होगा, इसका mass will be m2 will be w divided by g, which is nothing but 200 divided by g into acceleration, that is mass into acceleration, which will be 200 divided by g, opposite to the motion 200 divided by g into acceleration a, right? Now this is a free body diagram, this is your free body diagram. तो फ्री बॉडी डायग्राम अपने ड्रॉ की, यहाँ पे फिर से एक बार यहाँ पे ड्रॉ कर रहा हूं मैं, जैसे कि कॉम्प्लिकेशन ना बढ़े आपका, सॉरी. देखो फॉर दिस 100 न्यूटन लोड तो नीचे आएगा 100 न्यूटन, उसके बाद इनर्शिया दैट इज 100 डिवाइड बाय जी इनटू ए नीचे आएगा एंड टेंशन टी विल बी अपोजिट टू दिस, राइट? एंड फॉर 200 न्यूटन लोड तो पक्का नीचे आएगा, 200 न्यूटन will come downward, then tension T will be away from the system and inertia, that is 200 divided by g into acceleration, will be upward. This is your free body diagram. Now from these two free body diagrams use equilibrium equations. Now for equilibrium of 100 newton, can I say summation of forces in y direction is equal to 0? So upward is positive, downward is negative. Upward force is positive, downward force is negative. Therefore, upward T is positive, downward 100 and 100 by G into A negative. Therefore, plus T minus 100 minus 100 by G into A is equal to 0. Therefore, can I say T is equal to 100 plus 100 divided by G into A? This is your first equation. This is your first equation. Right. Second equation, summation of forces in y direction is equal to 0 for 200 Newton. For 200 Newton, for equilibrium of 200 Newton, can I say summation of forces in y direction is equal to 0? That is upward positive, downward negative. Therefore, can I say plus T plus 200 divided by G into A minus 200 is equal to 0. Therefore, T is equal to 200 minus 200 divided by G into A. This is your second equation. This is your second equation. Right. My dear students, now you have two equations. Equation number one is number one. There is T equal to, and equation number 2 is also 40. Therefore, can I say equation 1 is equal to equation 2? Right. Definitely you can say equation 1 is equal to equation 2. Therefore, can I say 100 plus 100 divided by G into A is equal to 200 minus 200 divided by G into A. Right. Now, solve this equation for acceleration. In this equation, only acceleration A is unknown. In this equation, only acceleration A is unknown. And if I solve this equation for acceleration, you will find some value. Because G is nothing but 9.81. That you know. ये स्कूल से मालूम है आपको, स्कूल लेवल से मालूम है आपको जी की वैल्यू, एक्सेलरेशन ड्यू टू ग्रेविटी वेग की वैल्यू 9.81 होती है. नाउ फ्रॉम दिस इक्वेशन फाइंड ए. राइट. From this equation find A. Whatever may be the answer in meter per second square, it will be, and put this A in any one equation. Therefore, T is equal to, let us say 100 plus 100 divided by G into A. Therefore, T is equal to 100 plus 100 divided by 9.81 into A. Put this acceleration in this equation and find T and tell me your answer. अब तो मैंने सब कुछ दे रखा है यहाँ पे स्क्रीन पे, तो मुझे बताओ क्या आएगा आपका. What is your answer for tension? सब कुछ दे रखा है दोस्तों. My dear students, everything is explained. Tell me what is acceleration for tension. Oh, sorry, what is value for tension T? What is value for tension T? Solve this. Write your comments. Comment box में मुझे इसका आंसर बताना है आपको. I am here for next 5 minutes. नेक्स्ट 5 मिनट के लिए मैं लाइव रहूंगा. जो भी कुछ डाउट होगा मुझे नेक्स्ट 5 मिनट में पूछो. Ask any doubt in next 5 minutes and tell me tension value. वेंकट, हेलो. इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स क्या टाइप किया है भाई आपने? Okay, let me tell you answer. Check करना. The tension will come. Tension will be 133.33 Newton. The value of tension will be 133.33 Newton. Check this and comment में लिखो. वैसे लिखे बताओ मुझे. कोई डाउट होगा तो कमेंट में पूछो. Okay, anybody having any doubt? No doubt. Okay, no doubt. किसी ने अभी तक ईकेडा का ऐप डाउनलोड नहीं किया है तो प्ले स्टोर में जाके ईकेडा का ऐप डाउनलोड करो। उसमें आपको सारे रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे, सारे सब्जेक्ट के, जो भी आपकी स्ट्रीम होगी। मैकेनिकल के स्टूडेंट के सारे सब्जेक्ट मिलेंगे आपको, सिविल स्टूडेंट को सारे सिविल के सब्जेक्ट मिलेंगे, राइट। एंड किसी ने अभी तक सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो मैंने इस लेक्चर में प्रोमो कोड बताया था। ईकेडा को सब्सक्राइब करते हो तो मेरा प्रोमो कोड यूज करना, दैट इज प्रोमो कोड बताया है मैंने आपको, WADNE 10। अगर ये प्रोमो कोड यूज करके सब्सक्रिप्शन लेते हो तो देन यू विल गेट 10% ऑफ। एंड आपको इंजीनियरिंग मैकेनिक्स की, सॉरी, ईकेडा की ऐप में सारे रिकॉर्डेड लेक्चर्स मिलेंगे, उसके साथ ये लाइव लेक्चर्स भी मिलेंगे। लाइव लेक्चर तो आपको यूट्यूब पे मिलते ही रहेंगे डेली, एज वेल एज यू विल गेट टेस्ट सीरीज। तो ये पूरा पैकेज आपको मिल रहा है, उस सारे पैकेज पे आपको 10% डिस्काउंट मिल रहा है, राइट। चलो फिर कोई डाउट नहीं है तो इस लेक्चर को यहीं पे कंक्लूड करते हैं। विश यू ऑल द बेस्ट, बाय बाय।